Turn on the money printer. We're printing money for everyone. Everyone, free money. Let's go.
Printer go burr.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome to the Matt Kim Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kim, joined by my co-host, Mr. Peter Saddington.
Printer go burr. We are printing all of that fiat shitcoin. Welcome to the Matt Kim Podcast. Check in SARS and stroke the like button gently with that mouse cursor. Let's go.
Let us know where you're from. We really appreciate you being here today. I got a lot of stuff I want to get through today.
Ooh, let's do it.
And I want to go right to the top. If anyone's been strolling, anyone's been...
Stroking?
No, that's not the word.
Stroking.
Anyone has been roaming around Soj.oO.
How did you get stroking from roaming?
Strolling? Everyone has been strolling. I don't even know the word I was trying to say.
Are we straping? Are we graping?
If anyone has been hanging out at Soj.oO for the last few months, people would have noticed that we haven't been as active on there because there's a lot of stuff going on in our lives.
What are you talking about?
If you don't know what Soj.oO is...
There's a lot of activity on Soj.oO.
There is a lot of activity on Soj.oO. If you don't know what Soj.oO is, it is a social discussion forum and platform that we created. It's a website. You go in. It is a free speech platform. A lot of people from our community hang out there, have discussions there. You can talk about literally whatever you want. And we created sometime in February. Andrew, who I worked on with the VPN on, he's the developer that developed it. And it's been out there and people have been using it and it's amazing and it's awesome.
Is it amazing because, let's just say, you're able to censor whatever you want on this Soj.oO platform?
Well, Soj.oO is amazing because it is not run by algorithms. There is no AI. And what comes to the top of your feed is dictated by where the engagement is. We believe that is more natural. Oh. There is no delete feature, meaning that you cannot delete comments and delete posts. Whatever goes on there stays on there forever. It becomes a record of history. Most people, and a lot of people, join anonymously because of that. No shade. It is what it is. You do what you want. It is a completely free speech platform and discussion.
Are you saying that Soj.oO is a true free speech platform where you can say whatever you want and it cannot be revised or deleted or changed?
It's the only way to prevent the memory holding of news and ideas and revision of history.
How come I haven't heard of this Soj.oO before, Matt?
Well, you've been lurking around as an alt. We still have to reward somebody for that, by the way.
So, nobody has found the alternative Pita SAR.
But talking about rewards, the original goal when we created Soj.oO was that we did not actually want to own this site and this app.
No, because then we're a critical point of failure.
We wanted always for the community to have decision power on how the app operates, what goes on, how the future looks, if they choose to monetize or not monetize. Me and Andrew, we did not want to make those decisions. We wanted to create a space where people have the ability to contribute and make those decisions. So announcing today, we are doing a Soj.oO DAO token.
No. Bruh. Where's the announcement?
The Soj.oO DAO token, and it's a DAO. So a DAO is a decentralized...
autonomous organization.
Correct. What basically means is that we are giving out governance tokens. So 30% of the token supply will be given to the people who are engaging, who have been on Soj.oO, who contribute to Soj.oO, who post on Soj.oO, who read Soj.oO, who bump on Soj.oO. They will get allocated based on their engagement. And we were going to do the community snapshot to decide where that is this past week, but we decided, you know what, actually, maybe it's a good opportunity to let people ramp up because now they know this is going to happen.
Fair enough.
People who contribute and are part of the community will get rewarded with ownership, not technically ownership, governance.
Voting rights
on it. And if the people decide to figure out a monetization structure and they want to figure out a monetization structure for themselves, that's up to the community to decide. But it is governance rights to the platform. Andrew and I will retain 25% as the founders, so less than what the community is given, and the remainder will go into a treasury so that if this thing ever becomes of any value, then with that, we can hire more devs, we can hire marketing, etc.
Sounds like a very organic and people-oriented and people-focused platform, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool because, again, we don't want to dictate how it works. We want the people that use it regularly. And there are people that are there every single day, commenting and posting and engaging and having discussions about very interesting topics.
Well, yes, and yes.
And fight.
And fight. That's what I was going to say. But the key is that it is the truest form of a true public square.
Yes.
Because we've used this term public square before, but the term has never been fully realized. When people say, oh, the Twitter is the public square, no, it's not. It's censored. It's shadow banned. You don't get everything. Now, some people might say, well, I don't want everything. Well, if you don't want everything, that's what X is good for. However, if you want everything and you want the ability to sort through it and figure out what is popular and what is worth looking into, then Soj.oO would be a great place for you.
If X is the larger accounts dictate the conversation, on Soj.oO, the conversation dictates the conversation, the interest and what people are engaging in.
Sounds good to me. Where can I find this amazing website, Matt?
Soj.ooo. Today is Tuesday. On Wednesday evening, we will do a Zoom meeting for anyone that's on Soj.oO that wants to ask questions about how the DAO works, or if they have any comments or they want to put in their input into how it's going to look moving forward. But we are going to be dropping a token, and they are governance tokens, meaning that you will be able to decide how the platform runs and operates going into the future. And intentionally, the community has more say than the founders.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like a relatively fair launch.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has a fair launch. It's not, I don't think it's going to be a $10 million or $100 million token, but you never know. It's just going to be put out there, and the people who are, people can buy their way into governance. That's how tokens work. But people who are active in the community can earn their way into governance tokens also. And the people that have been here since day one, that site went live in March of this year, they are at a huge advantage. And if you haven't been on the site in a while, maybe a good time to go back.
Soj.ooo. I'll see you guys there.
Yes. So that's what I got. I think it's exciting, and I hope you guys go check it out, and we'll leave a link here, Soj.ooo.
Very cool. Let's go. Let's do it.
This podcast episode was brought to you by VP.net, the only VPN that can't spy on you. I gotta tell you the story that happened over the weekend. So my wife and my daughter go to church on Sunday. They go to Sunday school.
Fair enough.
I didn't go. My wife.
You heathen.
My wife told me the story.
You heathen.
So at my daughter's, 3-year-old daughter's Bible study or Sunday school study, whatever you call it, they are talking about a story about like slaves and going through, I think, to Babylon or to Egypt or whatever.
Okay.
Slaves.
The Jews were the slaves.
And they have this image of like slaves with a guy on a horse and the slaves, right? And this is supposed to spark discussion amongst really young kids. It's like a very basic picture. Okay. Nothing graphic.
Okay.
And the teacher asked all the kids, how do you think they felt?
The slaves?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the kids like, oh, they look really sad. They're probably really angry. So like this, right? Obvious.
So what did Joa say?
And what
did she say?
And my daughter goes, wait a second. Hold on.
Fuck those knuckers.
They don't all look sad. The guy on the horse, he looks happy.
Well played.
And I'm like, my daughter is so based. I love it. You know what I mean?
She's looking out for number one.
She like figured out immediately. They're not all sad.
Well,
the guy on the horse is happy. Just everyone else
exactly.
is sad.
And she's not going to be propagandized into this guilt trip of, oh, we should empathize with these slaves. No. Joa looked at the smiling guy and said, he's a man of power.
Something's wrong. She noticed that there was something interesting that's different, and she saw something different than all the other kids saw.
That's the win.
Super
That's the
proud
win.
that moment.
That's the win. Yeah. You should totally be excited about that because she is not going to be a sheeple. She is not going to be an NPC. She's not going to allow the propagators of propaganda to tell her that she's worth less than what she really is worth. And she saw the smiling guy, the guy of power, on the horse, and she said, I resonate with that. That, my friend, is a well-timed, well-said story. And I think Joe is going to be quite fine with a father like you.
I hope so.
She's going to be fine. If she's empathizing and resonating with the man on the horse who has power, trust me, she's not going to be no slave.
Either that or she's just noticing. Wow,
that's a little too deep. That's a little too deep for a 3-year-old. I didn't know 3-year-olds could be anti-Semitic. If you know what I mean.
She's noticing things.
Oh,
she's smart. She's smart. She's noticing patterns.
정말?
Yeah, she's noticing patterns, which is really interesting.
I can't wait until she comes. She goes, Uncle Peter.
My daughter's gonna kick out of school so fast that she goes to school.
She's gonna go, Uncle Peter.
You can't have those views here. It's gonna happen. It's not like I'm propagating them on her. She's noticing patterns. She really is. So
I could totally see in the next Sunday school, as she's older, when she's a little bit older, she has a little bit more words. They're gonna have the slave story again, and she's gonna look at it and she goes, but the Jews were the bad ones, weren't they? And that is when you're going to get that email from that Sunday school teacher to say, we've been noticing that your daughter, Joa, has some, let's just say, off-color opinions about the Jews.
Talking about them, we are in the middle of a very interesting New York City mayoral race.
Oh, I heard there's going to be a mass exodus happening.
It's like the same people that said they're going to leave during COVID. They kind of all went back. So they're not, New Yorkers are not leaving New York. That's crazy.
They're not that hardcore.
They're not.
Trust me.
They're just going to pay more tax. So, but we have Mamdani and we have Cuomo that are kind of going at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this other guy that's like got the red beret on, whatever. But it's really interesting because they are labeling Mamdani, and he got really famous and popular because during the first mayoral debate, they went around and said, are you going to go visit Israel? They asked all the mayors. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay in New York.
It was a based moment for him.
And everyone's like, you can't say that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
And he was like, no, like, I'm like running for mayor of New York, and I'm just going to hang out with New Yorkers. And like, no, like, but you have to go.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't.
You have to pay tribute.
And that was the moment where he became kind of this superstar. And he figured out how to do social media that the other candidates could not.
He's playing the game very well.
He put on a clinic on how to run. I'm not even a Mamdani fan at all, actually.
No.
But he put on a clinic on how to run a campaign in 2025, 2026.
He, if I could summarize what I feel he has done well, is he is just putting his finger up in the air and saying, what's the pain point? Oh, that's the pain point? That's what I'm about.
Yes.
Next week? Oh, that's the pain point? That's what I'm about. Like, the game ain't hard to play.
And the reality is, all the politicians do that. He just figured out how to do it better.
He's been humanized. I don't know if it's because we've seen videos of him eating with his hands or wiping his butt with his hands or these types of things. But apparently the humanization campaign has worked effectively well. Because there have been individuals that I could have never imagined getting behind Mamdani that are now behind him.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, number one, he has a lot of social clout.
Fair enough.
I think he went from like no one's ever heard of him less than 10 months ago to I think he has like 7 or 8 million followers combined amongst the platforms.
Sounds like Erica Kirk.
In comparison, Cuomo has something like 300,000.
Yeah. But he's been a known...
And he's been around forever.
Yeah, he's been a known entity, yeah.
So the gap there, like one person always said, I'm going to figure out social media. I'm going to do exactly what it's supposed to be done. The other guy's like, no, I'm not.
Fair enough.
And they asked him during the mayor debate, and he's like, oh, yeah, I think what I did wrong was that I just didn't take social media seriously. I'm like, dude, you can't say that out loud because it just makes you sound like a boomer.
Well, not only can he not say it out loud, but also, let's be honest, Mamdani is 8 million, could be 50% or more bots. So,
I think it's pretty legit. He's everywhere.
you think so?
I think so. I think he's really figured out how to play the game.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there's maybe a percentage of bots, but he's viral everywhere.
Let's get down to bottom dollar. Is he going to win?
I mean, probably, right?
You think?
Yeah, I mean, how does he not?
So let's fast forward to repercussions. Is he going to actually change New York, or is it going to be the same of the same?
Well, I think the knock on him is that he's young, he's inexperienced, which I agree with. This is New York City.
Yeah.
It's run by institutional type of guys. He's going to become mayor.
You mean people that live in the sewers?
Yeah. Lizard people.
Yeah.
And they're going to own him because he's going to get in there, realize that there are a lot of people that have to be taken care of, a lot of people in order for the place to function, that he has to make deals in order to do it. He's going to become compromised. He's going to become like every other guy. And because he doesn't have the experience to deal with it, it may actually end up worse. Because he made a lot of promises and he's not going to be able to fulfill them.
Well, let's take a stroll down memory lane. When has New York actually gotten better? Well, continue.
Giuliani?
That's right. So, when was the last time Giuliani was in office?
A long time ago.
That's right. So it's interesting. We've had about 20 years of downward slope in the New York area. And if I remember correctly, because I used to live there many, many years ago, and my recent visits now, it hasn't gotten any better.
No, it's better than it was a few years ago.
No, a few years ago,
it was really bad.
It was a desolate wasteland because of COVID.
Yeah, after COVID and then BLM, and it got really dangerous and it was really dirty. And actually, the last couple of years, it's got noticeably better.
You think?
I think so.
Maybe you might be visiting places I'm not visiting.
I think so. There's still a lot of people walking around. I remember when I went there a few years ago, it wasn't as many people.
So, is this a whole nothing burger then? Is nothing going to really change in New York?
Well, it's really interesting because Cuomo is like Mamdani, like hates the Jews and he's anti-Semitic, and therefore you can't elect him.
All right, yeah, sure, fine.
Right, that's what he says.
Fine, yeah, sure.
And then Cuomo, we find out, is backed by like the entire Zionist side.
We
right?
knew that.
The Bibi Netanyahu camp is the ones that's backing Cuomo.
Yep.
And the Mamdani, like a lot of the Orthodox Jews are like, no, we're with this guy. It's like, wait a second. How does that work, actually?
Choose the one that, choose the enemy of that. My enemy is my friend, yeah.
And then Trump comes out, and I don't know if you saw this Trump post. This is a real post, by the way. Read this.
What the heck? This is from Donald J. Trump. He says, any Jewish person that votes for Zoran Mamdani, a proven and self-professed Jew hater, is a stupid person. November 4th. That was today.
Yeah.
Today, 5 hours ago.
I'm like, why is the election for New York City about whether or not you like Jewish people? How is that? It's like, don't do identity politics. We don't care about identity politics. Like, American is American. Like, the same people that say that shit all the damn time, at the moment when they need it, they pay identity politics. And if you try to do and talk about identity at any other point, they're like, no, look at you. Why are you playing? Oh, you stupid liberal. You just care about identity. But the moment that you need it, you do it. It's so hypocritical.
It's not only hypocritical, but you yourself, in multiple podcasts past, we're so tired of this.
Yeah.
Like
that's like a real tweet from a president of the United States. If you vote for him, you hate Jews. I was like, what?
So can I give you a perfect segue? Here's the perfect segue. We live in a world where Donald Trump, the president of America, is like the lack of professionalism in this tweet.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. Plus, it's talking about a trope that is just so worn out.
Yes.
But then we also have people that are part of his administration, like the Jeet, who also tweets about his girlfriend. So we now live in a world where the president of the United States will tweet about this type of stuff, and then his cabinet will tweet about their girlfriends, going to like country music singer concerts and shit.
Flying on jets.
Like, are we all just being played fools? I mean, because that jet cost, was it our tax money, right?
Of course.
Oh, okay. So,
well, it's even funnier because I think we do have this clip queued up about Cash talking about Christopher Wray, the former FBI.
Oh, using taxpayers' money? Okay, let's see this.
And I'm not saying take all their funding. I'm not the defund everything guy. I'm just saying Chris Ray doesn't need a government-funded G5 jet to go to vacation. Maybe we ground that plane. 15,000 every time it
foot in
takes
the
off.
mouth right here.
Just a thought.
Minimum.
God,
Just a thought.
I'm so tired of this guy. Give me a sec. Give me five. Give me.
Go. Let it rip.
Do we not?
Hey, FBI, by the way.
I'm talking to you.
Director of FBI.
You're a content creator. You are a content creator influencer. You are a YouTube celebrity. I remember with your wide jeet eyes saying all this stuff about, once I get the power, I got the Epstein files. Wouldn't you know that I've been giving them out to everybody? Like,
Nothing.
Like, does he not have like one of the most punchable faces? I'm not a violent man. You know me. I'm not a violent man. And you know when I say he has a punchable face, it's like, you know I'm true. I have to be true if I say it that way. Like, he has one of the most punchable faces. Where like, if I were to see him right now, he'd walk by, I'd just be like, pow, just like that, pow, just like, I just want to do it again, pow, just like that. I'm so tired of this guy. I'm so tired of him, man. Like,
At least just keep him off the air.
yes.
You know? Let him be like competent or incompetent in the background, do his job. Just don't put him on TV because he tweeted out on Halloween that, oh yeah, we stopped this terrorist attack in Michigan. And then the mom and the lawyer of the kid that they arrested for it was like, actually, they're not going to press charges because nothing happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, he just tweeted out that they stopped terrorism on Halloween.
Just like
and then we find out that they're not even pressing charges because the whole thing was fake.
Just like Charlie Kirk. He's trying to grab for all of these big optics plays, trying to be like, I'm the big bad wolf, I'm the man, and brother, you're a tool, and everyone sees it but you. And I think that's what inflames me the most about this man. It's not the fact that he's a content creator that somehow went from YouTube to the president's cabinet. Like, well, we could take that subject for another time, but like, does he not see how useless he is? Does he not see that he's literally a proverbial punching bag of people are laughing at? He's a clown. He's a clown. Like, you said it perfectly. Put him in the corner with his dunce hat and his Skittles and his cotton candy, and tell him to play with his wiener. Like, do something, but don't.
Don't be on TV.
Just
stop being on TV. Stop being on TV.
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Every time I see him.
This is FBI.
And I'm so far away.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, he's Eastern Asian, or he's Western Asian. I'm Eastern. Like,
Southern Asian.
I'm so far removed from any semblance of connection to him, and I'm embarrassed every time I fucking see him. Like, I bet countries watch the news and they see Kash Patel and they're like, damn, man, America's soft as fuck.
That's the FBI.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, we used to have like J. Edgar Hoover and, you know, the Minutemen and like strong.
Did you see
now,
that?
We have an Indian man who's leading our FBI and is going to country western music festivals
on taxpayer dime.
What the fuck is happening?
And UFC events.
He's a clown. I'm sorry. I don't know why I get so inflamed, but every time I see him, I feel embarrassed for my soul, for myself.
Do you remember the Cybertruck bombing
that
happened in January? The FBI just came out and said, we actually don't know what happened. Like 10 months later, remember on January 1st, the Cybertruck flew up right in front of Trump Hotel.
Wait.
They're like, oh, just kidding, we don't know.
So let me follow timeline from Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, we found the shooter. Oh no, it's not him. We found the other shooter. No, that's not him. We found the other guy. No, but it's his lover. No, but but we have the Cybertruck thing, but we don't actually know anything.
No, we don't know anything.
Oh, and this Halloween guy? Yeah, like, we totally stopped terrorism on Halloween. Bro's a clown.
It's crazy.
Bro's a clown.
And I don't know why they do it this way.
Does he not see? I know I sound
maybe he's
repetitive.
trying his best. Maybe that's just his best.
Is that really? Are you giving him a pass?
No, I don't think
I don't
think he deserves a pass. But
this is the FBI.
I mean, he's like underqualified for his job.
We no longer take
if someone called you and said, hey, we'll give you the role of something very high that's out of your reach, like you shouldn't do, but we'll pay you really well. You get a private jet, and you get to be kind of famous for doing it. Do you take the job? Most people will say, yeah, take the job. I'll learn on the job. We hire incompetent, underqualified people all the time. And the reality is that most of the time, they just don't live up to what they should be doing. Maybe he's trying his best. Good job, buddy. you know, nice college effort.
I'm trying to extract myself out of this for a second.
Yeah.
We are belittling and we are making fun of the director
Yes.
of the FBI.
Yeah.
Let's extract ourselves from this moment. The fact that we're clowning on the director of the FBI is really sad. You could be critical of any person in power. Fair enough. This is like, we clearly don't respect the office of the FBI.
Yeah.
We don't anymore.
Well, unless you're coming after me, in which case, huge respect. You know what I mean?
It's not like
feds that come into our studio and we're gone. Love you guys.
That's fine. We don't have anything of value. It's not like you're gonna, it just shows. It truly just shows that the government infrastructure, we no longer respect nor believe are effective, and that is a telling thing. That's what I'm saying. It's telling that we do not respect the authority in the office and the position of the director of FBI. It is no longer something that we care about.
I think it makes it worse because we're seeing, like what they act like publicly in these interviews and on the tweeters and all of this. And we're like, dude, they seem really incompetent. And then you see these federal agents who are not even properly trained to be federal agents rolling around the streets, making mistakes, arresting American citizens.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's really like, I've seen the videos of the guy like running out of his car with an assault rifle around his waist, and he's like fumbling around. It's like he's got like an AR-15 in his hand, and he's like running around, and he's like stumbling and falling out of the car, and he's like 100 pounds overweight. And I'm like, that seems really dangerous. I don't think they should be doing that.
Yep. And all those videos of all the NSA and all the Secret Service with the ladies with the braids and like not conforming to the hair and safety. It's like, bro, clown.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we can't let the women do this because women are like not doing their job. But like, okay, at least those women were like somewhat put together. And then you see these guys and they have no idea what's up and down.
That's what I'm saying.
And then we find out they're like hiring criminals to be these federal agents that are arresting people. And I think they said something like 200 something American citizens have been arrested and detained incorrectly.
Yep.
Nobody cares?
This is what I'm saying. All I'm asking for, let's get down to what matter, what you know to be true and what I know to be true. You're a businessman. You're an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. You want to create a great product and a great service for your customers. So do I. All I'm asking for is a modicum of professionalism from the leadership. They're fucking up so bad. It's like,
you can't call anyone that disagrees a Jew hater and an idiot. You can't do that? You can't. Can you not do that anymore? When'd you get so soft?
An ounce of professionalism is all I'm asking for. Like, we are so far off the rails. And maybe this is where my brain is right now, is that we are so off the rails as a country that we can't even laugh comically or critique comically the seriousness of these positions and roles and functions that these people are failing at. Like, we don't even take it seriously. That's how sad it is.
I mean,
it's like, oh, he had the nuclear codes, he fucked that up. Why are you laughing about that? Why are we laughing about it? Oh, I left the password was password 123. Sorry. ISIS got it.
I didn't know there's journalists in our Signal chat.
Who invited the journo?
Who invited the journalists into our top secret Signal chat where we were discussing bombing people?
And why is Cheng Peng Zhao here? Like, is he selling us a token? Like, seriously. Don't we have some news on CZ?
Yeah. I mean, this is Trump again for the second time in the last week saying he doesn't even know who CZ is.
I like it when you can.
So far this year, the president has pardoned or shortened the sentences of more than 1,600 people. The latest pardon was for a cryptocurrency tycoon who is known as CZ. The company CZ founded, Binance, helped boost the profile of the Trump family's crypto firm, World Liberty Financial. He pled guilty in 2023 to violating anti-money laundering laws.
Right.
The government at the time said that CZ had caused significant harm to U.S. national security, essentially by allowing terrorist groups like Hamas to move millions of dollars around. Why did you pardon him?
Okay, are you ready? I don't know who he is. I know he got a 4-month sentence or something like that, and I heard it was a Biden witch hunt.
In 2025, his crypto exchange Binance helped facilitate a $2 billion purchase of World Liberty Financial's stablecoin. And then you pardoned CZ. How do you address the appearance of pay for play?
Well, here's the thing. I know nothing about it because I'm too busy doing the other.
But
I can only tell you that.
But he got a
No,
pardon.
I can only tell you this. My sons are into it. I'm glad they are because it's probably a great industry, crypto. I think it's good. You know, they're running a business. They're not
$1 million
in government.
in fees for me and my family. I know nothing about it.
Wait. Are you saying?
Nothing. I don't know anything. Don't ask me anything. I don't know.
Are you saying? What was the number again? How many billions?
Oh, they got $2 billion.
$2 billion. Let me ask you, as a business owner yourself,
I don't know. $2 billion?
if you get an invoice, purchase order for $2 billion,
No, I don't want to know.
You wouldn't want to know
No,
about
of course not. Well,
You just say, "Will, handle it," right?
yeah, $2 billion. Nothing. No big deal.
Will's like, yeah,
$2 billion. No big deal.
no
I
problem.
don't know. I don't even know who the guy is.
I know, right?
I don't know.
You know what?
I don't waste my time meeting and knowing about people that give me $2 billion.
Makes sense.
You gotta be at least 2.5 billion.
Makes
That's
sense.
the number officially,
Yeah,
actually.
Because
Unless you're Miriam Edelson at 250 million, you're my best friend.
that's right. Because you wouldn't want to lower your standards. No, I mean that's pleb level. I understand. Okay, fair enough. So it is common practice that you do not service your highest paying customers. Okay, that makes sense.
No.
Totally.
2 billion? Come on, bro. What is this? You know, like a bodega? You know what I mean? Step your game up, bro.
I know.
Step your game
It's
up.
but a scratch.
2 billion. Pff, nothing. I would never even consider figuring out who it is.
It's not worth your time.
Definitely not worth my time.
Not worth your time at all.
But just pardon him. I don't know.
Who's this CZ guy?
I mean, just put a piece of paper in front of him. Apparently just signs it.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, I don't need to know.
Now,
Okay, think about this. There are pardons, and he has to physically sign them. So they put it on his
1,600.
desk. They put it on his desk, and he has it in front of him. And he goes, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm just going to sign. Because I don't want to know who I'm signing for, right? Because that's what he's saying.
Exactly.
I don't even know who he is.
Close my eyes. You look like you're taking a shit. Sign. The constipated.
You know?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly
You
how
don't want to read the name? At least read the name. And it's like, wait, who's this chick? hey, somebody, can you tell me who this guy is before I sign it?
I know.
Didn't even want to ask.
I know.
That's what he's saying.
I know. Do you remember when Charlie Kirk's best friend, right-hand man, turned away right before? He didn't want to have guilt. So Trump doesn't want to have guilt in knowing who he pardoned. It could be Fidel Castro. It could be somebody like bad or something. He wouldn't want to have that on his conscience.
We talked about this last week. How is this any different than Biden and his auto pen?
No different.
No difference.
No
At
different.
all.
Colors just switched from blue to red.
If the Biden administration can pardon people by using auto pen and him not actually signing it, it's not any different than Trump signing shit with his eyes closed and not reading it.
He said,
I don't know. I don't know who he is.
know.
Oh, he said, Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I don't know who he is.
I have never pre-qualified a terrible answer.
It's so wild. I can't believe you said that shit.
We have this. You won the amazing raffle. Are you ready for this? I don't want it. What is this raffle? The fuck are you talking about? Someone gave you $2 billion. You don't know who they are?
Well, and the interesting thing about this is that he and they don't care that you know about this.
Clearly.
Because the same interview,
Clearly.
the 60-minute interview, they deleted 7 minutes of the interview.
Are we going to show that now?
No. And in the deleted part of the interview is him talking about how CBS had to pay him out because they deleted part of Kamala's interview. And he talks about Barry Weiss and how she's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How Barry Weiss is so amazing because, as most people know or don't know, Larry Ellison, Trump's friend, now bought CBS. So this is a favorable interview now. 60 Minutes, like, oh, 60 Minutes, they're so like, oh, it's a fake news. Now, like, they're on their side. And even with that, and them cutting parts of the interview of him talking about suing, they left this in. They want you to know this.
Don't you... Well, I was going to say don't you hate, but I don't think you do. Isn't it disconcerting that the cognitive dissonance is so obvious? Like everything the blue did, we're doing in the red.
Yes.
Everything. Not even imbalanced. It is
exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Well,
and so do you have cognitive dissonance? I don't, because our job is to call out the bullshit on either side, whether you're right, red, white, blue, green, doesn't matter. We call out the bullshit. But there has to be a contingency of Americans who have deep cognitive dissonance because it's all the same. Am I wrong?
I mean, we have plenty of examples of this today.
Plenty.
Roll the clip of Katie Miller, Stephen Miller's wife, breaking down on Piers Morgan because apparently you can't criticize Israel without being anti-Semitic.
This was a crash out.
Totally lying. It's very normal for a Miller to be completely and utterly lying.
Quite frankly, I'm really sick and tired of this racist, bigoted rhetoric that comes from people like you against my husband, against my family, and my children. I am raising Jewish children in this country.
Who brought your
in which
children into this? What a weirdo.
Piers, I'm going to be done with this if you're going to allow racist and bigoted attacks against one of your commentators just for the sake that he will not
hang on.
speaking.
Casey, to be clear, he inserted
a line that says the Miller's lie. Is that not coded language for therefore we are Jewish? Come on, Piers. Where are you?
What?
Where are you standing?
God, you're so
Casey,
pathetic.
if I can speak.
Everything's your
if I can speak,
anti-Semite. Fire him, cancel him, America. Oh my God, Israel's feelings have been hurt. Why don't you work for this country?
All right, can we try and get
this country?
Yeah, you are a guest on my show, and I appreciate you coming on the show, and I like you coming on the show.
And I'm saying the two other guests on your show are welcome to participate in these anti-Semitic attacks that is so permeating on CNN and MSNBC.
This is so ridiculous. I'm sorry. I have to jump in here. Somebody criticizing you personally is not an anti-Semitic attack. If somebody says that you are lying, that is not an attack on Jews. That is an attack on you. And just stop hiding behind identity. This is all the snowflake behavior that the right is supposedly criticizing the left for, that you're simply repeating here. Yes, Stephen Miller is a destructive force in American society. That is not an attack on Jews. That is no reference to his identity. This is an attack on him individually, and just deal with the merits of this case.
We showed this clip. It's not that we want to continue to bring up anti-Semitic tropes. But and the fact that we're deeply fatigué of this entire issue.
So over it.
So over it. But I'm glad we're bringing it up.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We have to.
Crashed out.
We have to.
This is she's got the new up and coming right-wing podcast. She's the wife of Stephen Miller, who's like Trump's right-hand man. And she's doing the same thing that the right has criticized for the left for doing for years. They are doing the same exact thing.
And I love it. And I love it. The reason why I love it is because the Cenk and the other guy, whoever it was, they are brave enough and strong enough.
Cenk is his name, by the way.
Yeah, his name is Cenk. He's not his...
Dude, but after Charlie Kirk passed, everyone was like, look, Charlie Kirk's a racist, because there was a clip of him yelling at Cenk. Yeah. He goes, listen, Cenk. And everyone, all the Asian people on like TikTok are like, oh, look how racist Charlie Kirk is. Like, no, Cenk's his name. You know what I mean?
Here's the point. The point is I'm glad we live in a world now where the Overton window has moved so far that we are allowed to call out the bullshit and the victimhood and the victim narrative. Just because someone disagrees with you doesn't mean they're anti-Semitic.
Well,
we now live in this world where it's okay to say that.
Well, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is because last week we had the police and the feds show up at a guy's house for making comments against the Jewish community. We're going to roll that.
Try that again.
We're here because of the comments you made online about the Jewish movement.
So,
I'm saying,
I have a freedom of speech, dude.
Yeah, we just read. I get that.
We got to make sure that you're not. Do you have a warrant?
No, that's why we're
here. You see that sign?
Yeah.
So that says no soliciting. What you're doing is basically soliciting. You understand that, right? Yeah. It means you're not welcomed here.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Stay off the lawn, please.
On the internet
against the Jewish community.
3 of them.
This shit boils me.
And can you imagine what that police radio sounded like? Because they're like walking around. They're like, burp, burp. Hey, you got to go to house number 2456 on 2nd Street because the guy made comments online about the Jewish community. And they're like, oh, fuck. Okay, excuse me, sir.
No. You got it all wrong, man. You got it all wrong. It's not oh, fuck. It's my penis is so much smaller now. It is go to house 145 because they're talking about their manlyhood.
I mean, you could tell those feds did not even want to be there.
That's what I'm saying.
But they had to go.
We started this.
Why are you sending them?
We started this podcast off with the theme of slavery. That was 3 slaves that we just saw. Your daughter at 3 years old would have recognized that those 3 men are slaves.
I mean,
and she because Joe is so smart, she would have gone, 아빠, 그 사람들이 slave. Probably from Jews.
I mean, those guys, the whole interaction is wild. And good for the guy for kicking him out.
I feel like
At the same time, I bet you the guy that kicked him out wasn't black or Hispanic, not in Texas. The Hispanic guy is not kicking those guys out.
Oh, no.
Not right now.
No.
I'm like, damn, that sucks too.
I feel like maybe I'm just the one that... When are these men going to say no? Let's create the scene. If I can make it in the most comical fashion possible. You have a voice over an intercom into these 3 men's microphones, probably a lady's voice, that goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, house talking about Jews. Well, and you're these 3 men on the other end of that are hearing this. What is their thought? I am going to another American citizen's house, my brother, my fellow citizen, and I'm going to ask him if he is making comments about not Jews. My penis would shrink 9,000% in that moment.
We have a friend, Eric Mustos, who is a commentator. He's online. He has a show, everything else. And he used to be with the police department somewhere in Utah. And I think it was maybe 2019 or 2020. The city that he works for wanted the police to lead the front of the Pride Parade.
Lead the front of the Pride Parade.
Like do a dance, be up there, and he's like, dude, I'm not doing this.
That's not any symbolism or at all.
He's like, I am not doing that.
Good for him.
And he got fired.
Well, such as the repercussions of decision making.
But they're already telling you, if you don't comply, we're going to fire you. If those guys didn't show up, they would have been fired, which is crazy because what they show up for, they didn't have a warrant. They didn't have any reason to be there. Eric, they wanted to march in front of the Pride Parade. He's like, dude, I don't want to do that. You can't force me to march and be the lead guy in the front of the Pride Parade, which I don't agree with.
Exactly.
And it's Utah. The guy's a Mormon. He's like, I'm not doing that.
I mean, only Christians get killed in Utah. In the neck. Too soon?
Too soon. And, yeah.
I don't know if you're the Matt Kim subscribers and all our supporters are resonating with how I'm feeling. But like, is this not a perfect example of how cucked America is to this one species group? Imagine changing it from against the Jewish community to against the Haitian community. Do you think?
No, not even a fraction of a percent.
Do you think the officers of the law?
No way. Of course not.
So why does this three-lettered?
Or if you said Chinese, or you said Mexicans, or you said any other group.
Exactly. So why does this three-letter species group have such power over our local law enforcement?
I can't believe they showed up.
That is
it's crazy.
What is driving me crazy.
It's crazy.
Because those three men looked like hardy, alpha, waspy men.
They look like normal, like the guys that you expect to show up to do this shit. Except not for this.
Why are the waspy men of America being cucked by the magicians of the eastern part of Europe? I don't understand it. It saddens me. It saddens me a lot when I see these officers of the law who are Caucasian and waspy being controlled by just tiny hats. It's just hurt. It's just hurting. Yeah.
Well, talking about control and people that probably shouldn't be in charge being in charge. We do have something interesting that happened with Lindsey Graham.
Fuck that guy. I'm like on a roll today.
Let's see what Lindsey Graham had to say real quick.
That guy.
He recognized Jerusalem as capital of Israel. Why? Because if you got a problem with that, take it up with God. He's the guy that did it, not Trump. So I just want to say, I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation. We're killing all the right people and we're cutting your taxes.
I feel good about killing all the right people.
Trump is my favorite president. We've run out of bombs. We didn't run out of bombs in World War II.
We bombed so many people running out. We feel really good about that.
So, as a
we love to bomb more people. We love to kill more
some
people.
Baptist, some Jewish.
And don't blame me. Don't blame Trump. Blame God.
That we love and we cherish. We love individual freedom. We love entrepreneurship. We love capitalism.
Fuck this guy.
Are we not blessed, Matt, to live in a world where we can literally see Satan on the big screen?
It's crazy.
Isn't it awesome?
This guy's the worst.
Speaking of Satan, Dick Cheney passed away today.
Good. I hope you burn in hell. He was the what was he? He was the architect of the Iraq War, right? Fuck that guy. Dick Cheney, really? Did he die today?
Yeah, he did.
Good. Fuck him. Like, this man, this homo, who has no kids, nothing, no future, no lineage to speak of.
No problem sending your kids to war because he himself has none.
He has perfect little 22-year-old boys naked in the Senate hearing offices is what he's doing. That man right there, he's Satan incarnate. We have talked about that we live in a spiritual world and we're fighting a spiritual battle. Was that not clip a spiritual battle?
Well, and not only that,
he's admitting to the world we're killing people. Ha ha! We're doing it well. Like, what?
For years, the right, the MAGA, they're like, we hate Lindsey Graham. This guy is a rhino. He is a warmonger. Like, he is the worst human ever.
Worst.
We hate Lindsey Graham.
He's the worst.
And the campaign comes around, and Trump's like, I love Lindsey Graham. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, we do too. Wait, what? No, we actually really don't like him. He's legitimately an evil, bad person.
He's exactly who you would expect to be talking about these messages to send your sons and daughters to die. Like, he is the exact person. You wouldn't expect a man with 5 kids and a beautiful wife to say something like this because he would know better. A gay man who has nothing left for him.
We're killing all the right people and we've run out of bombs. Celebrate! Killed so many people, we've no more bombs left. Winning. Sold out.
It's so disturbing to watch that, Matt.
It's crazy.
It's disturbing. How can men and women look at him and say he is acting within a godly conscience? The answer is not possible.
Well, I know how you can get over it. I know how people are dealing with it. You just throw a party, kind of like Obama Bash. Remember Obama's party when during COVID and everyone was shut down and Obama had his 60th birthday party and all the celebrities showed up.
Lots of hot dogs and
they
pizza.
were hanging out, they were dancing. And again,
ice cream, pizza.
Only the servants wore masks.
That's right, because you wouldn't want them there.
But everyone else flew in and it was a good time. You were locked down.
Yeah.
You couldn't have what you need, but they were good. Apparently, Trump had his Halloween party at Mar-a-Lago. And this was apparently a banger also.
Let's see.
Nice. It's a good party. It's a nice party, you know? Life is good. Life is good. Bunch of young girls dressed candidly, like, don't worry. Jeffrey Epstein thing is not a thing. No one actually cares. You know, don't worry about it. Yeah.
You know,
don't worry, like, you know.
Don't worry about the over-sexualization of our generation.
No. This is the president's time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that P. Diddy in the background? Is he out already?
Remember when they're like, oh, Biden's like throwing parties and there's like trans girls and there's girls like bikinis at the White House. We're like, oh, that's horrible. How dare he?
Degeneracy.
And it's like, ain't no party like a Trump party, apparently.
Are you saying that the pattern of today's theme of podcast is hypocrisy? Interesting. Intriguing. I'll take it. Hypocrisy with a side of fuck off.
Well, hypocrisy. And we started with printing money.
How much was printed last night?
Last night, $48.2 billion was just printed.
Not 48.3.
Maybe it was 48.3, actually. Maybe 48.4. Oof. 48.2 or something like that. Let's round up. $50 billion was just turn on the money printer. And they just printed money.
Man, it feels good.
It is the largest printing of money, I think, since 2020 when they had to do it during COVID. Isn't it interesting how we say the economy is good and everything is going up, and the only way it happens is because we just print the money?
It's funny how that works.
And during 2020, when you do fractional reserve, there was a law in place that the banks had to hold 10%, which is nothing actually.
Yeah.
But they had to hold 10%. In 2020, they removed that. So by the way, the banks don't even hold 10% of what they say they have because everything's fractional reserve at this point.
Yep.
Under 10%.
So are you saying that the stock market and all of the
whole thing's a bubble, man? It's crazy.
Oh, okay. So are you saying that life isn't getting better for us middle Americans?
Dude, I can't remember the last time I went out to a restaurant where it's like super busy. Like the places that we used to normally go for lunch, it's always like less people than it was. You can feel it everywhere you go.
Yeah. I was late for our podcast today because I was at a lunch, and the place that we went is usually jam packed.
Yeah.
It was 12:30. It was almost dead. I mean, this is Tuesday on a lunch, like right next to all the industrial.
Everything cuts out earlier. There's less people. Maybe there's a few spots in town that become TikTok famous and they get a little brush. Those are the outliers.
Yeah.
But your normal, regular business, your regular restaurant, they're not making money right now.
So you're saying
it's like a really clear indicator.
Well, the middle class, it's clear that the middle class, for us regulars, right, we'll just say us regulars. For us regulars, the squeeze is in. But the stock market and all of that is like
through the roof.
Feeling good. Someone's winning.
But if it was that good, why are we printing more money?
I don't know.
$50 billion. They just printed it. Injected new cash into the system.
This isn't for like World Liberty Financial or anything like that, would it?
I mean, 50 billion. At 2 billion, you don't know who it is. Maybe at 50 billion, maybe you should ask. Maybe that's the
threshold.
That's the line.
That's
50
the
billion,
threshold.
50 billion.
You know, I would love to live in a world, Matt, where I can ignore $2 billion checks, and I would only be required to look at $50 billion checks.
That's a good number. 50 billion.
How can we make that happen?
50 billion. Well,
how do we make that happen?
I don't know. It's a lot of people.
We're going to have to sell a lot of pyramid schemes.
You got to put on a tiny hat first.
There's a lot of SARS. We need a lot of SARS. We need to find ourselves some SARS.
Last week we saw Trump do his tour through Asia.
Oh, yeah.
He went to Japan, he went to Korea, and he met with Xi Jinping. And in the meeting with Xi Jinping, he's like, oh yeah, like we're like really good friends.
Yeah,
right?
I remember that.
Yeah, like Xi Jinping, like, yeah, that's my friend. Like we know each other. We're going to work out a deal.
Yep.
And then again, this meeting, Xi Jinping is like, we've talked 3 times and first time meeting you since your election.
Yep.
So like, we're not that close.
We're not that tight.
We're not that tight. And there was kind of this really standoffish energy, right? Trump walks with Xi Jinping to his car, almost like to say goodbye. Xi Jinping just gets in his car. No, like really, it doesn't look that amicable. And Trump comes back, oh, it's like, we crushed the deal. I was like, no, you didn't really crush any deal. Let's be real.
The Real Housewives of D.C. is not as exciting as it seems.
But then I ran into this clip of Lee Jae-myung, which is the president of Korea, and Xi Jinping together in Korea. And I thought this exchange was actually really interesting and fascinating.
Were they chumming it up?
Yeah, play this one.
我们小米生产的旗舰手机里面，它那个曲面是韩国的产品，这个曲面是韩国的产品。
디스플레이는 한국 제품입니다.
小米，这是给您和夫人。通信部安全됩니까？
这个通信保安
This is our communication security.
Yeah, that's right, man.
So they're joking about the security and backdoors within Xiaomi products.
Yep. The irony is thick.
The irony is thick. It's funny because they both recognize that that's an issue. Yeah. They're both laughing about it in a way that's like, okay, we understand each other. Yeah. That interaction is very different than the interactions we saw between Xi Jinping, who Trump says he's his close friend, and how they acted.
So where do you think the America-China relationship is going to head during Trump's term? Do you think China and America during Trump's term is going to get closer and better? Or is it going to be still chilly and icy as it is now?
Well, the big problem, the big deal that they had to deal with between China and the United States was China and how they were scooping up all the rare earth metals.
Right.
So Trump came back and said, hey, we got a deal. We figured out the rare earth metals. Actually, in the fine print, which no one wants to talk about, is that China agreed to give access to rare earth metals to the United States for 1 year. Meaning that next year, you got to go back and renegotiate. And the year after that, you have to go renegotiate again. So that's not a huge win because now you have rare earth metals on a subscription plan.
That sounds really awkward when you say it that way.
Right? And they may not renew you. You don't have the power and leverage there. You didn't strike a good deal. You just kick the can down the road for another year. What I believe is China is very comfortable with where they are because their exports have gone up. And they have the ability to just wait Trump out.
Do you think?
They don't take him as seriously as we assumed and thought they did years ago.
Let me run something by you. I listened to this NPR piece probably a couple weeks ago that was talking about the sentiment in China and saying that China is following in a couple of the negative footsteps of America. And one of those negative footsteps that they're following is that that according to the speaker, that they're becoming a little bit more isolationist. And this isolationism of China is reducing their ability to negotiate effectively well with the Pacific Rim, et cetera, et cetera. I'm curious because you deal with China and international business more than I do. I'm curious, are you seeing that from a trade perspective that China is becoming more conservative and more insular, or are they opening up their doors as they're working with on the international stage? I'm just curious.
Well, China just announced that they are extending the the ability to travel through China for a lot of countries in Europe and Asia to be able to go there with no visa.
I did hear that.
So America is closing its borders, not letting people in. And China's like, oh, really? You're not going to take their money and their tourism and the opportunity for them to learn about your country and possibly move their business there? We'll just let them in. So they're going the other way, I think. I actually saw that Chinese company bought I think 60% of Starbucks in China.
Yeah.
So they took that over. Now the Chinese own the Starbucks brand in Korea. I mean, in China. And
that actually makes sense.
And I also saw that the biggest economic problem within China is that things are too cheap. Because everyone's fighting for market share, is that all the major corporations in the fight for market share are making their prices and crushing their own margins.
Driving the price down.
Driving the price down and sacrificing the margin so that they can get more market share.
Yeah.
So the problem for the economy is that they're pricing their items within the country. Like they crushed Starbucks because their competitor was selling coffee at $1.
Yeah.
And Starbucks went in there trying to sell things at $8.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we'll just eat up all your market share. Because in China, like 10 years ago, nobody drank coffee.
That's right.
So Starbucks comes like, oh, no one drinks coffee. They're going to drink Starbucks. And the startup Chinese coffee shop comes out. Like, all right, you guys are $8. We're just going to sell the same exact thing for $2.
Yeah, it's called Starbucks.
And they crushed them. And then now they bought Starbucks.
Yep.
In China. And from a consumer standpoint, and as a American or a Chinese citizen standpoint, you're like, damn, that's a pretty good problem to have. That the biggest problem with our economy is that things are too cheap.
Too cheap. That's a great problem to have.
You know? And maybe for the economics and for GDP and for numbers, maybe it's not the best. And maybe it creates an environment where only the bigger companies can compete because a small company can't compete with minuscule profit margins. So maybe from the business standpoint, maybe it's a little gray. But from the consumer standpoint, there's not a lot of people complain, go, oh man, you know.
I wish it was more expensive.
I wish my food and coffee and my clothes and my electronics, I wish everything was more expensive.
Yeah.
I wish my car, a brand new car, luxury car with all the features, I wish it was more than $12,000.
Yeah. The problem with China is so much of the business, and you know more about this than I do, so much of the business is subsidized by the government. And so it's really hard to understand real CapEx, OpEx, burn rate, right, EBITDA, all that stuff. And I've had my fair share of trying to traverse those numbers and those sheets, and it's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. What I want to add a little bit of what I've also seen in China from my business dealings is because they're driving prices down, and because of this kind of social shifting sands of change within their culture, because let's be honest, in China, I don't have the numbers correct, but in China, they've moved more people from low class to middle class than almost any other country in the time span, like real economic growth. What is fascinating though, with all of that economic growth, is the fact that they still, well, how do I want to say this? They will make use of external labor far better than Japan or America or UK. And the reason is they don't have social systems and social protection systems where people can actually complain and care. I mean, the Uyghurs are a good example. The Chinese are currently exterminating, just like the Jews are exterminating Palestinians, the Chinese are currently exterminating the Uyghurs.
Well, I don't know if I understand that narrative. I don't think they're exterminating Uyghurs. They are, for them, exterminating or removing or arresting people that are anti the way that they do things. It's not because they're Muslim, because Uyghurs are Muslim.
Fair enough.
Because there are cities within China that are predominantly Muslim.
Yes.
Like all over the place. Actually, Will and I have been eating at this noodle place in town here that is halal.
Oh.
And it's actually phenomenal. And we eat the beef noodle soup, halal beef noodle soup.
Yeah,
So, and I believe that if you're in, what's the other noodle place from, Will, that we go to? Xi'an. Yeah, Xi'an. Xi'an, China, which is kind of in the middle of China. They're known for their bian noodles. That is like predominantly Muslim. So they are not eliminating certain groups of people. It's like they go after people that are like anti their government.
Fair enough. Regardless, the point is is that they can import a lot of brown people into China and keep them as slaves, to stay on the theme of this podcast, because the social activists and the social apparatus that are trying to protect human rights does not exist in China. So I think China, with all of its growth, can probably grow even more. You bringing in all of these, these laborers, don't you think?
Well, okay. So if you are in China and you're a Chinese citizen, you can't go to like a home church, right? You can't go to unauthorized churches. You have to go to a CCP registered church, and you have to register that you're there. And not every city has them.
Yeah.
And you can get in trouble if you're doing it otherwise.
Yeah.
But if you're a foreigner, it doesn't apply to you. So foreigners are allowed to have church and gather. So what they do is they try to protect their people, and then the other people that come in, all right, we know you're foreigners. You actually get a different set of rules. We'll make it easy for you, make it comfortable for you, so that you can do business here, be here, but you're not Chinese. And maybe not being Chinese means you actually get more freedoms. So they're able to bring in labor. They're able to bring in people to work. The amount of foreigners working in China is actually very high.
Everything you just said is not dissimilar to America. Because in America, you can come across the border, get a Visa card of $5,000, $10,000, get housing, SNAP EBT benefits, and all this fun stuff, and you don't have to be American. So,
well, they don't pay you. And the difference is in China, if you're a foreigner, you don't get paid for coming into the country illegally.
That's right.
But in America, apparently, if you come to the country illegally, you get paid.
That's the missing piece. I forgot. In China, they don't pay
interesting how that works, isn't it?
I know. The most important
Only in this
part.
country do you get paid for coming here illegally.
Fuck.
So
let me ask you a simple question. Would you rather be, because we just had this entire thing on the internet and we saw all these people crashing out over SNAP EBT and benefits and, all that stuff being turned off. Let me ask you a simple question. Would you rather receive $7,000 a month for free for food and be in that position? Or would you rather work hard, barely make it, starving, but you're putting that money on the that food on the table?
Well, okay. SNAP benefits per person is on average in the country is $220 a month.
Okay, fine.
So it's not $7,000. It's not even real. $220. It's not a lot of money.
Fine.
Number two, I believe 20% of Alabama, West Virginia, and I forget what other the Republican states that are very critical of the SNAP EBT program. 20% of Alabama, for example, is on EBT.
That's a lot.
Yeah. As a percentage, Republicans are higher percentage by the numbers of getting SNAP EBT. The Democrats and the liberals have higher number because they're more in the populated areas, but as a percentage, they're on the EBT less.
Really?
Yeah, which is fascinating because it makes us. Can you imagine being the guy in EBT that's super MAGA and conservative and going, yeah, don't give them their EBT. You know what I mean?
Well,
because the numbers say that actually the higher percentage of them, because 70% are illegal. Well, no, they're not. Majority of them are actually conservative.
What you're speaking to is the deep disconnect that most Americans have around the poor of America.
Because people hate this, right? Is that, we're the country, we're bailing out California, we're bailing out New York, and we say it all the time. But the numbers say that Democrats pay more into the tax system than Republicans do. This is a fact. But but they're taking away, they're taking more. Well, they're paying more. And I get the idea that you don't like that narrative because it's they're
it doesn't suit your purpose.
It doesn't suit your purpose.
Yeah.
But you can't just ignore it and say it's not true when it's true.
So
California contributes the most tax to the United States.
I'm not doing a good job getting to where I want to go because I had this revelation the other day and I want to share it with you.
Okay.
And I was trying to get to it, but my setup was not good today.
Okay.
I was all inflamed about these gay
Lindsey
Grahams and these gay faggots.
That's what Lindsey Graham does to you, by the way.
He should go to Palestine today and fight if he wants to if they're out of bombs, he should go.
Actually, I'm really grateful to Lindsey Graham.
Where's the hook?
The day before I came in, I talked to Will. I was like, hey, we should start a podcast, which is about, what, two and a half years ago now.
Oh, shit, man. Wow.
Or 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
I was at home.
Holy shit, we're coming up on 3 years.
Something like that.
Wow.
I was at home, and I was yelling at the TV. And I've told the story. I'm yelling at the TV. And it was probably something like Sean Hannity saying how much he loves Lindsey Graham. And I'm going, you're an idiot. That guy's the worst. And then my wife comes down the stairs. It's like, you're going to wake up your daughter. Go tell someone that cares. Lindsey Graham pushed me to start a podcast. Thank you, Lindsey.
What Ben Shapiro doesn't realize is he created Fuentes.
Yeah.
What Lindsey Graham doesn't realize is he created Matt Kim. You done fucked up now. You done fucked up now. Let me get to the question.
Yes.
The question is simply this. Do you believe that if you are receiving government subsidies and handouts, that you should be able to vote?
I think that's a very interesting question because actually almost everyone gets some way, shape, and form of government handout. You get homeowner credits. You get deferred interest payments on your mortgage payments. That is a handout. Those are tax credits.
Let me be more specific.
If you have children, you get extra children tax credits.
Let me be more specific.
Just because the credit is not called food doesn't mean you're not getting government assistance or handouts.
Fair enough. But there's also the process of application. The only reason I can get child tax credits and these types of things is because I'm sophisticated enough to ask the question and fill it out. So there is some personal responsibility required to receive such benefits. There is not such requirements for food stamps. So let me ask it again. If you're receiving food subsidies, should you be able to vote?
I think you should be able to vote if you're an American citizen, even if you don't know what
you just changed my question to an American citizen. So that would mean nobody who is an American citizen should vote. Clearly.
Correct.
So clearly California and New York are fucked because they have no identification requirements to just vote.
Well, I think that's like a skewed number. I don't think that's like actually true.
Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Doesn't even matter if it's, but let me walk that back. Doesn't matter if it's untrue by one person. That means the law has been being broken. So it's bad idea, period. We should have ID for voting.
Yeah, but now you're like advocating for like a digital federal
No.
ID system,
You changed my language.
I would rather have.
I did not say American citizens.
I would rather have the offsetting illegal votes over a federal digital trackable surveillance system around us.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But let's get back. I did not say American citizens. I said American food subsidies. If you receive American food subsidies, should you be able to vote?
No.
If
that's the only qualifier.
Then we have an accord. See you guys tomorrow.
Was that it? Are we done?
I feel vindicated. I feel vindicated. I feel like there's a conflict of interest. If the government is feeding you, you should not be able to vote. Because they're feeding you.
It's $220 a month.
They're feeding you.
$220.
They're feeding you.
$220.
They're feeding you.
Of all the things, it's like saying,
"Hey, Luke
okay,
Mr. Holman took $50,000."
Of all the problems that we need to deal with, giving people that are extremely poor $220, it's like very low on my list of problems. If we have to categorize which problems solve first, politicians being corrupt and spending billions of dollars is a much bigger problem because we vote them in. They don't act on our behalf. They don't actually do anything. And they're insider trading, which is illegal. You would go to jail for that. They are sending money to foundations and to nonprofits that kick it back to them. You would go to jail for that. They're allowed to do all of it. And then we look at the poorest people in the country and be like, oh no, you guys are fucked up. You shouldn't do that.
Exactly.
And it's like, wait a second.
Which is why they shouldn't vote.
Don't worry about what they're doing. They shouldn't be allowed to be in charge.
Who votes them in? The poor people.
I don't.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. If you cut the root of the cause, the root is the government's giving me stuff. I feel obligated to give back to the government. Cut off the government subsidies. I have no reason to care about you. Why should I vote you in? You say the bigger issue are the politicians. Who votes them in? The people who get subsidies.
Well, and you and I, and people who don't.
We're the ones voting against the subsidies.
And again, I think that subsidies are interesting because we all get them in one way.
I'm saying this
shape,
tongue in cheek. I mean, I'm not super hardcore.
And
about
the ones that get the most subsidies are the richest.
Fair enough.
If you want to cut out subsidies, cut theirs first.
But their vote.
Cut theirs first.
Their vote, the rich people's vote.
How is it possible that you're worth $1 billion and your tax rate is lower than mine?
And thank you for the great equalizer of the vote, because the billionaire has one vote and the poor man has one vote.
Meaning, maybe they should have more votes then.
The poor people? No.
Put the people that are stealing, lying in jail because they're breaking the law.
The poor people are the ones who keep voting Gavin Newsom in.
But they vote them in, and these people can do whatever they want once they're in.
It's totally the poor people's fault. We figured it out.
I feel like
people are going to fry me for this online. All the SARs are going to be like, Peter, you're so mean against it. No, I'm creating a mental thought experiment.
Yeah. I think it's tough.
It's a conflict of interest issue. And that's really the heart of my question is that, like, conflict of interests create conflict of interest. Define the definition with the definition. I think it would be valuable for America to take the conflict of interest idea under the microscope and really consider. Because at the end of the day, if you want to understand someone's behavior, you know this. Understand the incentives, right? Why does this person act this way? Understand the incentives. Well, seems like the incentives are pretty cut and dry. If you give me shit, I will give you back. I think we need to relook at the incentives of our subsidies across the board. I would think a good Doge sweep would be amazing for this because we could actually get to the heart of the matter. There's incentives that create behavior. The conflict of interest is ripe and deep within that. And I think that needs to be looked at. That's all I'm saying. I don't have an answer. All I'm saying is that the people voting these bad politicians in have a conflict of interest, and they have an incentive structure that I think is worth looking at because we keep wanting things to be better, Matt, but we keep doing the same stupid shit over and over again. It's called insanity.
Don't be insane. See you next week.